And we're live.
What's up, gang?
Gang.
Genghis Khans?
Gucci gang.
Well,
Bryce is addicted to sunflower seeds, in case anyone's curious. He's not dipping.
no, that's no joke. I'm heavily addicted. Oh, and so is my dog. My dude, Tony just keeps trying to snag sunflower seeds every time he hears that bag come out. I just opened my door for it.
It's funny.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty hooked right now. But you know what? There are worse things to be addicted to. That's what I keep telling myself. Other than that feeling of salt that's on my tongue right now that I just can't shake.
Could be heroin.
Could be trading.
All right, folks. I'll get started today. I think Open is going to be my top watch. To be completely honest, kind of disappointing it gapped up as much as it did. This would have been so much better if it even gapped down. But we're going to be looking for a bounce day on this one. If we could talk about Open pretty much every day. So 2-3 days ago, the guy who was pumping Open decided to pump a different stock, Better. Oh, which, by the way, I did like Better.
I like Better. Yes.
Yeah, Better's pretty saucy. We'll talk about this one too. When that came out, obviously people, probably sold Open cracked. It's had 3 red days, 2 of them pretty rough, and it's definitely due for a bounce. Like anything that doesn't guarantee we have to have a bounce, and we've already kind of bounced pre-market, which is why it sucks, because it's like taking a part of the meat of our trade here. So I'm pretty much waiting to see. I don't want to buy strength on Open. Buying strength on Open historically is not a good thing to do. You're better off buying dips. Right now, we got red green, but we also got the 720 area from earlier. So I don't know if we're going to dip that far, but those are kind of levels that I'm looking on closely. On those notes, Better, pretty strong potential third-day surge here. I've already got an alert. We'll probably get that soon here. But I'm probably waiting for 72. You could definitely get a more aggressive entry over, I don't know. I think I'd just wait for 72, personally. Over 72, it's a high price stock, but this definitely could go to the mid 80s at least, maybe even the highs if it gets spunky.
Wick Tickler said, wife got mad last night when I told her Bryce's hair looks better than hers, and then got even more mad when I tried to draw trend lines on her mood swings.
Nah, he's getting good.
Never disappoints, man.
Mm-hmm.
Never disappoints. That's a great one. Great one, Wick.
That was a good one. Those are my main 2, Better and Open. There's a couple others. I'll talk about LAC real quick. LAC, again, this is another large company, so not expecting a huge monster move, but very similar to how the United States government bought shares of Intel. They're considering buying shares of LAC because it's a big lithium mining company. So that was what that gap was after hours yesterday. SSR's on it. Really pretty much all I'm looking for is a trend. I don't want to buy dips. I don't want to guess. I'm going to give it 15 minutes, kind of see if we develop a clean trend. And then my goal would be to ride that trend. Pretty simple.
I like it.
Yeah. Your turn, Tuohey.
Yeah, ATCH. This is going to, I agree. I think Open is probably a better first screen day, but do you mind going to the daily chart on this real quick? So I actually see a question from Chuck in the chat right now. It said, last night on Midnight Madness, you stated that Open is your A+ setup for a first screen day, but many stocks have several red days, then 30% pullbacks. What makes Open A+? So here's the thing. Funny enough is that ATCH actually had a way bigger pullback than Open, right? Had a significantly bigger pullback than Open. Fell from 2 down to like 40 cents a share. So it fell like 80% plus after a monstrous run. But I don't like it quite as much as an Open first green day, even though Open only fell, 20 or 30%, largely because no one really cares about ATCH. Like,
yep.
At the end of the day, no one really cares. So it's probably going to have a quicker move, but maybe it goes to 60, 70, 80 cents. I don't know. Open, it's not unrealistic. We could see that if it had a really strong first green day, go back to like 9. And be a lot more predictable, have a much easier entry. ATCH is going to probably be okay. I'll keep an eye on it, but I would rather be looking at Open for first screen day. But I do still think that the daily chart warrants, keeping an eye on the ticker. That's just my personal take. not really a huge plan for this. Like I said, I'd rather focus on open and definitely better for a third day surge. But anyhow, wanted to at least put that on the radar.
Yeah, pretty much exactly what Bryce said. I agree with. And you mix in the fact Open's just a bigger company, aka more people care about it, and it's got a lot more volume, a lot more liquid. And usually, the more liquid a stock is, the higher the likelihood it's going to bounce. When you see volume totally vanish on stocks, people move on, forget. Usually, you don't get that good bounces. TNFA, I did see just hit my scan too. Kind of funny. They're a therapeutics company, and they said, we are now changing our name to QC Technologies because we are now a quantum company.
Nice.
So I guess they're developing drugs, and now they're developing quantum computers, which...
No, they're developing quantum drugs, Matt.
Quantum drugs in space. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Quantum computing isn't exactly easy industry, I would imagine, to get into. So probably see this one die. But I mean, honestly, quantum has been such a hot sector for so long. IONQ, I'm going to pull up because it's the one leading the way. Just monster move this year on this stock. A year ago it was at $7. It's at $75. So, I mean, they're definitely just trying to take advantage of that hype for sure.
Oh my God. Dude, this is brutal.
So, TNFA, probably don't trade this one, but it's a good move.
Hey, dude.
Look at this SHFS, which I have up just because it did go so crazy after hours yesterday. You know, it's down like 50% off those highs, so I'm not super bullish on it. But the fact that it did that crazy move, I don't think we should ignore it because that's monstrous from 3 to 14. And then we got RCT as well, which I'm kind of intrigued because even though it's not a big gapper, it is trading a lot of volume. So,
oh my God.
And also super fluffy NVIDIA AI news.
Tactical Trading said, yeah, I just started a quantum computing company yesterday. Me too, man. Hey, listen, if you can't make money as a failed pharmaceutical company, why not get into quantum? It's way easier.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's not like Google's been working on that for like 30 years or anything. So
no, well, fortunately, Google doesn't have much money to work with, so it goes to show that anyone can do it. Oh my God, dude, I'm gonna.
What?
I can't stop hiccuping. This is brutal.
It's your sunflower seed addiction, bro.
No. The hiccups are from the heroin addiction.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I miss anything, Tuohey? Those are the main ones for sure.
No. I think
someone said QURE. I think this just gaps huge on something. A lot of news. Phase 2-3 trial. I mean, this is a big company. It was halted because of the news pre-market, and then came out just monster gap. So when stocks do that, they are clearly like real companies. So, call me crazy. I don't like trying to trade too real of a company because as a result, you also have to go against Wall Street, the funds, all that stuff. The competition's just higher.
Yeah, QURE, cool if you were in it before the halt. Not so cool if you're looking at it now.
Yeah, and the only way you were in before the halt is if you got super lucky. Thoughts on BBAI? I'm pretty sure this one's run up a lot the last couple of days, yeah? Oh, yeah.
I don't get first red day.
Yeah, to me, it feels very 50-50.
Yeah, it's right near that breakout level.
Right near the breakout. Ideally, if this goes sideways for like 2-3 more days and breaks out, that could definitely be a beautiful, beautiful chart. But for today, no, we might circle back to that. What's today? Today's Wednesday, maybe Friday or Monday. Boom, boom. Yeah, we talked about LAC. Mining stocks have been hot for sure.
Matt, what's a hidden talent of yours? Some of the people don't know.
My mother took Tylenol when she was pregnant. That's all I got. I'm just kidding, by the way. Sorry, Mom.
That was pretty funny. It completely didn't answer the question. Oh my god. Oh, okay. And my hiccups are gone now.
I got some good laughs in the chat.
Dude,
That's all I
you
needed.
a lot of people laughing. That's hilarious.
That's all I needed.
I haven't said too soon. Never too soon.
Wesley says you're off the chain. Yeah, that one was a little off the chain for sure. But that's okay.
No, listen. Matt, you know what? I'll save that for our private conversations. I'm stealing that joke.
See, I don't know if my brother's watching this, but I was waiting for him to do something really dumb in the family group chat. And then I was just going to shoot that message and be like, Mom, are you sure? Like, you didn't take Tylenol when you were pregnant with Mark? I'm just waiting. I just got to wait for him to do something stupid.
It'll happen.
All right. And Open's popping. Yeah, like you said, I don't want to buy strength here on Open.
Already up a bit too much.
It's all right because it just gapped. I would definitely have a different opinion if it gapped down, but the gap up's eaten into the move a little bit.
Oh my word, JYD, that got. Did they do an offering?
Which one?
JYD. That was one of the sub-dollar stocks gapping up this morning. Went from 16 to 32, and now it's back at 14.
Hot damn.
That's insane.
All right, Open, we're getting a little time. Better, we're waiting. LAC, we're waiting. ATCH is one that's going. Red Cloud. I think this one's halted too. Yeah.
So with first screen days, by the way, just for anyone that here, listen, this is the way I like trade them anyways. Really tough to just buy straight up strength. So right out of the gates, if we're buying pre-market high breakouts like ATCH is doing right now, or even like high a day breaks, just because like they do have a cap. There is a lot of resistance on them. So I like either waiting for dips off of strength or consolidation breaks. So these are ones I definitely like to stay patient on.
Yeah. Agreed with everything Bryce Tuohey said.
That's rare.
I have nothing to say, but yeah. All right. LAC's bouncing a little bit too. This RCT just got smoked, huh?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it did. That's a shame.
Disappointing. I mean, if we zoom out on ATCH, this definitely has got. Wouldn't shock me to see it go to almost like 70. So.
ATCH, yeah, definitely. I'd love to see that. I hope it sets up an entry first. But very end, I mean, at the end of the day, I'll be honest, like, I feel like we haven't had a ton of first screen days that have worked really well lately. So to just see it working well again would be great in and of itself. That'd be a big win.
My man Tim thinks I'm hilarious. I love it. Tim's making my day. I got Bryce pretty good too.
That was really good.
That's good. Damn, ATCH, man. See if you can set up something a little bit better for me. Again, I think there's a lot of potential upside, so maybe if we can consolidate and give a high day breakout, I'll look to jump in. I don't like chasing the strength. Open's pulling back kind of as expected.
A little bit of a harder pullback than I would have wanted right out of the gates there. That has no real strength behind it right now. See if he can catch a bid. BETR, I think the watch really is through like 70, 71. That's where I'd look to start slapping it.
I do like LAC so far. Chill right there. Shh, stop. Stop. Because Because I would buy 550. 550 was pretty key yesterday after hours. I like the round number. So give me a couple minutes of consolidation and let's get saucy with it.
Get jiggy with it. Is IONQ finally going to have a red day today?
Quantums only go up. They're in the parallel universe.
They go to different dimensions.
You know, that's how they work, or how they claim they work. You know that, right?
I know.
It's just freaky.
It's weird. Yeah, I mean, like, basically, I know not, I've watched as many videos as I could before I started realizing that I only understood about one word that happened there, but watched like 8 videos only to realize that only one sentence made sense out of all of them. But
LAC, stop.
Wait.
Damn it. Yeah, and Open is dipping pretty hard too. She takes time. Open likes to play hard to get.
Yeah. I mean, why make it easy when you can make it hard, you know?
This TNFA is just garbage.
Is it doing anything?
I think it's halting down now. Yeah. Garbage. As we said, quantum computing, probably not exactly easy.
Oh, that's yucky. Just halt up, straight to a halt down.
Yeah. RCT is kind of interesting here too. It slammed, but it's already bouncing back pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get back above VWAP and hold.
Right into that VWAP level. It's just traded so much volume this morning. Hasn't really gone anywhere. So,
how much volume is a trade on the day? 25 million shares. 30.
Yeah, and this 125, 120 support's super strong. DVLT, I just got an alert on.
Really? Didn't that thing get smoked yesterday?
Yeah, I'm bouncing back, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, but don't love that chart. Better, just no volume yet.
Yeah, I know.
LAC, can you chill, big dog? ATCH so far pulling a little bit. Let's see if it can catch a bid. Oh, red cloud. Lots of volume.
I might want to halt up.
Open, I don't hate that.
No, nice bounce back.
Better do something. Terrible volume. LAC, all right. Let's see if we can trend for me. Clearly wants to go higher. What do I want to enter on LAC? I'm not interested in buying the first pullback because obviously with that you're gambling. It's actually going to like catch. So I'd love to see it pull back higher, lower too, and just kind of catch the trend, something like that for me before I pull the trigger. Open, nice. It's kind of the same thing with Open too. Like I do like the strength now after the dip, Let's see what the next dip does. An ATCH.
Yeah, ATCH looks good here. That's a nice little dip hold.
Indeed. RCAP flirting with that 150 area from pre-market. Patience, patience, patience. Patience might be too long here.
Oof, RCT. That's not fun.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to slam. But patience saves me from shit like that. I'd rather be late and right than early and wrong.
Yes.
All right, Black. Good dip so far. Let's see where you bottom out. ATCH over 60. You like that, Bryce? I feel like that's a good one.
Yeah, I think so. I think even over like that 59 level, I'd look to start buying in. Better. That's an unfortunate high day break. ATCH. Trying. It's definitely stuffing a little bit more right here than I'd like, so I'm going to be a little bit more patient. This is one, again, I hate buying high day breaks on first screen days, but it's definitely showing a bit of resistance right here.
For sure. Tactical says I'd like to see 550 support. I agree. A little dip below, though, right now on LAC. But VWAP's what? Basically 540 or so. So SSR is also on LAC. ATCH.
There we go, ATCH. Yep.
Less than 60.
Took a smidgen. Oh, I don't know if that print was real. I didn't see any. I don't think that was. Nice. Nice.
LAC pretty good. Hold a VWAP while we're letting this ATCH run a bit here. VWAP, let me pull that up. So again, I'm not really trying to gamble on that first dip. I want to confirm we hold. Same here with Open as well. Just confirm we hold a little bit. ATCH, go, go, go.
Yep. I like it. This is one that I'm just going to keep selling parts of into the ideally 70-cent level, little bits at a time.
So far, good hold there on LAC. And Open strong too.
Open really strong recovery. Yeah. I did not take any of Open, but at least we got ATCH here.
Yeah, I'm watching both LAC and Open, how these next dips hold. I'm just a little hesitant on Open, obviously due to that gap. Like if we gap down or sideways, I'd be much more aggressive.
RCT just looks like it's going to be a very annoying stock today.
Yeah, pretty clear like trend here, so which is super sketch, and just churning a lot of volume.
It's that's why I think it's just going to be annoying. Like it seems like there's some kind of manipulation there.
ATCH, so far so good though. Go to more highs.
Yeah.
Out of the Open and LAC, LAC's I think my favorite for the time being. Open just got some wide wicks.
Yeah, LAC is really nice look. And it's actually setting up too, which is nice. Like it's not just straight up, straight down. We're getting some good range.
Springer says, can you explain why limit orders are required for ATCH? It kind of depends on your broker on that one. I guess, Sabrina, what broker are you using for that? Every broker's got slightly different rules.
Yep.
All right, LAC. Man, this TNFA is just garbage. Look at that garbage.
Well, that's what happens when you become a quantum company.
Yeah, Better looks like dying off too.
Yeah, that fake high day break was pretty telling.
ATCH, come on.
Yeah, there we go. Yes. Took off a little bit more there through that high day break. Love to get through 70 here. Yes.
Well, Open's starting to pique my interest. I'm not going to lie.
It's going sideways nicely.
Yeah. LAC, hold this low. What's my target on ATCH? I mean, I'll let Bryce say that one. I think he's.
Yeah, listen, first screen days for me are a lot. Again, mark out your levels of resistance on the chart. Go to a multi-day chart, go to a daily chart. 65 cents was a pretty key level. 65, really, I guess probably 67 more. So I was gonna say 65 to 70. So I've already taken off a bit into here, and for the rest of it, I'm just gonna be looking for 70 plus. Like there's a boatload of resistance at 85. I don't really see a world where we go much past that unless things get crazy. We start trading crazy volume. So 70 cents plus, I'm not going to be unhappy with anything up there. But I try not to get too strict with like, it needs to hit this or else, like, there we go. Boom, there's 70. Just taking off little bits at a time. But yeah, I don't try to get too strict with like one particular price target. And if it doesn't hit there, I'm going to get, my panties twisted or whatever you say, however the saying goes. Just mark out your levels. It'll make it a lot easier.
Textbook.
Yep.
LAC. I like the higher low. I think for me, it's enough for me to buy through 570. Man, ATCH gorgeous.
Yeah, that's monstrous.
LAC setting up really well. Honestly, Open setting up decent too. It's just more wiki than LAC. LAC is just cleaner.
I do like a clean look.
We'll be right back, Tuohey.
Have fun. Well, you guys are stuck with me now. LAC though. LAC is another one. Obviously, I know Matt's talking about it through 570. These are ones I like to start in on dips. It's a bigger company. I'm not expecting as many fake breakdowns or fake outs. So we've got a pretty key support level, which is VWAP, which lined up with that 540 level. So I started in a little bit in the 550s because that way what it allows me to do is get partial size. I think I've talked about this before plenty of times, but allows me to get it partial size. And that way I can add through that breakout level with a little bit more confirmation, expecting that it's probably not just going to go straight up through that 570 level. But I won't really need to worry too much because I've already got a slightly, will have been averaging up. So my average will be a little bit lower. So that's exactly what I'm doing here with LAC. Like Matt said, that 570 level is really nice. So I'll be keeping a really close eye on it there. Ideally, at almost at this point, because I have a starter, I'd like to see it break through 570 and dip back down to like the 560 to 570 level, somewhere in there, and then curl back around so I can add a little bit more into that dip. Same thing with Open, right? Open, I mean, just my experience trading Open is buying breakouts on it is a little bit tough. Especially when we expect it to dip like this. So I get to start by starting in a little bit on dips. If it doesn't work, I can cut it for a pretty small loss, and I'm not going in full size into that. But
yeah, Open is just kind of a pain, man. Like,
yeah,
you can just see it looking at the two charts. This one's like kind of super wiki, super annoying, and then LAC is just clean.
Yep. Yeah, I hate wicks when I'm trying to long. Oh, LAC, this just looks so good. All right, I had to add a little bit there at 565. That was just a really nice. It tried to have a little breakdown there.
Yeah, I bought 565.
Yeah. Sitting at a 559 average right now. There we go. See, now, like I said, at this point, I'd love to see it. I'd like to see it push a little bit higher than 572. Yeah, here we go. Now, if we get another dip into like 560, but we hold that, really, I think that the true higher low, I know you could say like at 555, 554, whatever was higher low. I still think the meaningful higher low is that 543 level. So anything above, realistically, like 555, I'd like to try to add into if we can get a dip there. But if it doesn't dip, I've still got okay size. And I expect, based on kind of yesterday's action, probably that $6 level, 596 is going to be a pretty key area. So look to probably sell a smidge into there, especially if we just get a straight up high day break.
Come on, LAC. Send it.
Yeah, to the moon. To the moon, Alice.
Open's still wicking. I'm not writing it off, but definitely tougher. Tougher than LAC.
Tougher. Hardly know her.
Come on, LAC. Break those highs.
You can do it. You can do it.
You know you wanna.
Welcome. You're good. Oh, 590.
Yeah, open popping too, which is nice.
Yep. One second. I'll be right back.
I am going to watch LAC closely for maybe some sells, but I'll buy back. Like, we just broke highs. Open, do love that too. It's just I'm not going to be able to take the same size I took on LAC. It's just a little wider. Night Dreaming, you might not be listening. How come you guys only state when you're buying after? I mean, I couldn't have been more clear about buying 570 on LAC. You had about 15 minutes heads up. And I think ATCH, you could say the same thing. Probably about a 5-minute heads up to buy if you were paying attention.
Yeah, we literally said the exact price. We're like, there's 60 cents. I might get started through 59, but through 60. That's the layup.
All right. Open. Do I buy through these highs? I hate buying highs on opens. You're just asking for pain. But I don't want to miss it either. And it just kind of, I think, trapped some shorties there. LAC, give us 6. What was yesterday's high on LAC?
610, I think. 620, 610-ish.
Yeah, 610 exactly.
Yeah, LAC, beautiful. Yes. LAC, I'm probably a little bit of a piker. I'm selling a little bit into that 590s.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great move. But it's a big company. You got to keep in mind.
Two things to note, too, right? Like, I didn't test the high day breakout level. It just ripped through. I shouldn't say ripped, but it just went through it. I don't expect a stock to just break out. I mean, it went literally from 555 to 6 without a pullback. So I'm expecting it to pull back at some point. Will I add? I don't know. If we could, honestly, if we dip back down into the 570s at this point, I'd probably look to take a little bit back on.
Just say probably add.
If we dipped in the 570s,
yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
All right, I just bought a little open there over those highs.
I added to my open there too.
I don't love my entry. I'm not going to lie to you folks, but let's see if we can get going there too.
At a 759 average that first dip, and then added. Okay. Oh my gosh, LAC! I don't think this thing wants to dip, dude. And it also doesn't want to break 6.
Open. I really would not want to see this under like that 758 again.
I think VWAP is that level for me. I would not want to see it under VWAP at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, 6. What a wall on LAC. A big glass
That
wall.
is quite a wall on LAC.
That is a big glass
$6 wall.
Ugh, Open. I hate this stock, dude.
Dude, Open's just been a hard trader for like weeks, bro.
I know. It was easy like once. Not once. It's been easy a couple of times, but
I like Innovision's blogs here. It's just a good comment. Your plan should be to watch and learn what they're teaching and form your own strategy. Thanks, guys, for live trading, being hands-on. Yeah, of course.
Matt, if you want to say something to that, but
yeah, I would never recommend anyone follow what we do.
Remember, Matt's mom took Tylenol.
Exactly. Disclaimer was thrown out pretty early today. Follow what we're learning. See what we're looking for. See what we're looking for on entries. What's good, what's bad. And then, model it after your own.
Yeah, and just building off that, I don't know a single trader. I literally do not know a single trader that makes money by following only, by just following other traders. If you want to make money, if you're just here to make like a quick buck, you're probably in the wrong spot, to be completely honest with you, because we're going to be talking about Trade Funder here in a minute, and that literally is not how it works there. Like, you have to be consistent. Take what we're teaching here. Take the lessons that you see, the patterns that you're learning. And I said this last week, the stock selection I think is like one of the best things that you're going to get here. You're just going to be looking at the right stocks day in and day out. Might we miss a couple throughout the week? Maybe. But for the most part, we're pretty on top of the best tickers of the day. Guess what? LAC, layup trade today. That was talked about in pre-market. ATCH, layup trade today. Talked about in pre-market. Open, it's not quite a layup yet, but I mean, it's setting up beautifully. Like you're just put in front of the right stocks, and it's up to you to learn what you want to do with that. And I want to make sure that you guys are all learning how to do this the right way, because when we start talking about Trade Funder, it's in their best interest to make sure that you are the best trader. And that's why we partnered with them. So more about that in a few minutes. Let's see if LAC can break through $6 first, though.
Yeah, Great Wall of China's $6. Someone says 52-week high. Is it?
Oh, open. Come on.
I don't think it is.
Let me see. Let me look.
$6 is pretty thick here. Wouldn't it shock me if we broke through 6 and we get like a 15 cent a share swipe or something, and I'll look to sell into that.
To be fair, I'm selling.
Kind of something like
that. That's gorgeous.
Yeah. I just took a little off 605 to lock some in, but I'll keep selling if you want to keep going higher.
Beautiful. Yeah, I took some off 607.
What a shit.
Great.
Over these highs, it'll be much better, but for now, just pay in the butt.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. I took off the majority of my position on LAC there. That was such a vicious breakthrough 6 that it's probably going to – I don't expect it to just keep going straight up. But honestly, it wouldn't surprise – nothing surprises me anymore. I guess let's put it that way.
Nothing surprises you? Yeah. I sold like 80% of my LAC there.
Well, here's that dip I'm talking about. I would not be – that's a pretty hard failure, though. I'd almost rather see this setup better than just straight up attack more dips here. That was a great move. I mean, we literally took that 550s up into the 6s. That's a nice 50 cent a share swing.
Open. It's your turn, damn it.
Yes. Open. Maybe if I drink more. Dude, you know what? Do you know what the problem is? I'm not eating any sunflower seeds right now.
Well, let's talk about Trade Funder, and then you can reward yourself after here. Couple really good trades today. This is one of our better days in the last couple weeks, I think, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, everything just kind of worked. Like, exactly kind of how we planned it, which doesn't get much better than that.
Damn straight. All right, Tuohey, why are we here? What is Trade Funder?
Yeah, as I was just mentioning, guys, we are one of the main reason that we're here on live stream with you guys here today is because me and Matt are a part of Stocks to Trade. So we're teaching traders every single day. But Trade Funder is a funded trading account. So they basically get traders access to capital to trade with, bigger capital than most of you guys are probably using on your own right now. And so that partnership just makes a lot of sense. They are going to be making money when you make money because there's a profit split involved, which I'll talk about in just a minute. But they want to make sure that the traders they're getting have the highest chance of success. So me and Matt are going to be here with you every morning, helping you look at the right stocks, teaching the patterns to look at, doing the right thing day in and day out. You'll notice that me and Matt almost never just say, go YOLO everything into this one trade. You could actually hear it in our tone quite often that, especially me more than Matt, I trade pretty – yeah, open's nice. Listen, I trade pretty conservatively, right? I trade and I'm very consistent in my trading. Or you could be more like Matt and hammer the boat on the right. I'm sure Matt is long a boatload of open right now. That would not surprise me all that much because it's a great setup. When you get in front of the right setups, you take size where it's needed. The problem is a lot of you guys, based on what you're telling me, you're not able to take big size in the trades that we're talking about. Stocks like Open, stocks like LAC, because you don't have a big enough account. That's the same problem me and Matt went through when we first started trading. You know, for those of you guys that don't know, me and Matt actually started trading together in college. We were literally like, we lived in a house together, and his room was like the wall across from mine. And
we shared a wall.
And it sometimes I don't want to tell Matt. You guys don't let him know I drill a little peephole through there. not for what you think. I was trying to see what you were trading. Yeah. No, but listen, when Matt and I were in college trading together, like we'd be sitting trying to find what stocks to trade, and then we'd get really frustrated because you'd put your whole $2,000. I remember this day. You put like your whole $2,000 account into a trade, and you lost like $600, and you were just so frustrated because it seemed like you wanted to buy more of that stock. You wanted $2,000 worth of it, but you only had $2,000, and it's like you put $500 into the trade and you're safe with your money. Well, okay, great. On a winning trade, you make like $100 or something. Then, of course, you could only trade 3 days a week. My point being is that with Trade Funder, those problems are kind of a thing of the past. Because if you click the link that Matt has already just dropped in the chat, you actually get right over to this page and you'll be able to click a button that says, get your funded stock account now. Now, if you scroll down, the way this works is that you are basically putting $800 into this, where Trade Funder is going to put up the rest. It's $800 plus a $99 platform fee. We're really stoked to be able to offer you this deal because it's a massive discount off of their normal website pricing, which is $1,400 plus that $99 platform fee. You're almost getting it for half off. And again, that partnership is because they expect you guys to have a higher likelihood of success. I think they say something like, what is it? 90% of traders lose or something like that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that every one of you on this stream is just going to go crush it and we're going to have a 100% success rate. But man, if they can even increase those odds by a few percent, it is so worth it for them. And I already know we've already seen a good number of traders in this chat now telling us that they're working with bigger accounts, which to me proves that they are trading profitably. And that's super cool to see it already starting to pay off. Because the way this works, think of this as like your kind of trial account in a way where once you make $15,000 down at the bottom of your screen, open. Yes.
Open sesame.
Open the door.
They call me the Magic Man.
Is that what they call you?
That's from Talladega Nights.
Oh.
And his catchphrase, I think, is open sesame.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch that now. I've actually never watched Talladega Nights.
No way. That is up there with
Wayne's World. I know. Everyone says that, like, if I like Wayne's World, I would love Talladega Nights.
I completely agree with those people you're talking to.
Yeah. I'll give it a watch at some point. Don't you worry. Anyways, going back to what I was saying though, like once you make $15,000 with this account, they're going to reach out to you and say, do you want access to more capital? This will allow you to, I believe, even have better profit splits, be trading with a bigger account, and have different risk management rules, which is super cool. That should be all of your guys' goals here. So this is to make sure that you are trading consistently, that you're doing the right thing, but even along the way, you'll be getting access to those payouts, which is great. Yeah, and I'm seeing a few questions here. We'll get to some of those in just a moment.
Shake and
what?
bake.
Shake and bake. Shake and bake.
Talking to my man Willa.
Am I missing it?
Willa through.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Crepes. They're just like really, really thin pancakes. Anyways, keep going.
Oh man.
I'm being really helpful, I know.
Yeah, I'm so helpful that I completely lost track of where I just was. Listen, I'm going to wrap it up here. My whole point is I wish I had access to this when I first started trading. I know Matt does too. I remember me and Matt would like look for the sketchiest things to try to get access to more money, more buying, like more capital. Fortunately, these guys are partnered with T3, which is one of the biggest prop trading firms in the country. Super legit. And this is actually one of the first of its kind here in the U.S. Matt, I swear, if you interrupt me again, I'm just about done.
Jerry wants me to pray to baby Jesus. Sweet 8-pound, freshly newborn Christmas baby Jesus. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. I got all the lines for you.
Listen, if you're all jacked
Bryce,
up on Mountain Dew, I'm gonna
come out you like a spider monkey.
I'm gonna have you finish this.
That's fair.
Here's what I want you to do. As you finish this, I want you to incorporate some quotes into there. Yeah, I've already given you guys the gist of it, because honestly, if we said nothing else and all you did is went and clicked on the link, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is going to be the perfect fit for each and every one of you. If you already have $25,000, you're already over the PDT, you're already crushing it, you don't need any access to more capital, you're just here to hang out and get some trade ideas, great. If you're in a spot right now where you're struggling, you feel like you don't really have enough capital to trade with, you feel like you're at a huge disadvantage because you can only take 3 day trades a week, I really encourage you to click on that link. You'll be able to check out all the rules, all the specifications, and best yet, for those of you who are ready to go, you can literally click the button on the top of your screen and get access to that funded trading account. Get signed up within 90 seconds. Open.
I'm trying to think of some more lines.
You go.
My teacher today asked me, what was the capital of, I forget the state, North Carolina. And I said, Washington, D.C. And she said, no, you're wrong. And I said, no, you have a lumpy butt. It's like a 7-year-old saying it. And then he asked how his day is. And he goes, well, I spent my day throwing Uncle Chip's war medals off a bridge.
This sounds like a movie I need to watch.
You do. All right. Trade Funder, though. While I was distracting Bryce, I just sold a little bit of Open here at 8, everybody, just so everyone's aware. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say this. Trade Funder is a great opportunity for new traders, for traders that are struggling, for traders that feel like they don't have enough capital, or even for traders that just feel like they're spinning their wheels because, one, obviously the biggest benefit is you get the extra buying power. There's no question about that. 2, though, they build these risk management practices in, which actually save you, right? Obviously, they're doing it to protect themselves, but it is to your advantage. And Bryce went through those a little bit. They have a daily loss limit. What that means is it's right here, daily loss limit on your screen, $1,000. All right. If you lose $1,000 in a day, you have a bad day, you make a bunch of bad trades, right? They're just going to put you in basically a timeout for the rest of the day, right? Your account will be disabled for the remainder of the trading day, but then you can come back tomorrow and you can try again. That prevents big blowups. That prevents you from going out there and, well, just blowing up your account in a single day. All great, all positive things. I love that. Now with Trade Funder, again, the biggest benefit is at the end of the day, just basically the leverage that you're getting access to. Because for $800 here, using that link in the chat, you can get a Trade Funder account. You can sign up. You then are able to go over there and you have that $25,000 to trade with. Now you can't lose all that money, but that's what you have access to, right? Your total loss, right? If you're asking what is the most amount of money that you can lose, personally for you, it's your $800 that you put into the account, right? Now, Trade Funder is going to give you a little bit more breathing room because obviously $800 is pretty tight. So they're going to give you up to $3,750 that you can lose before they shut down your account. Now, we don't want anyone hitting that max loss. Look, it's trading. It might happen. All right. If it does happen, you can, yes, open up another account. They will give you access to that and you can try again. The goal really should be take trading seriously. Go out there, maybe fund it with your $800, risk $100 on a trade. That's more than enough money. Risking $100 on Open or $100 on LAC here, you can make $200-$300 on each one of those trades. And then obviously you can start withdrawing your profits. One of the questions Bryce previously addressed, I saw someone ask a question in the chat, which is why I bring it up. Someone said, do I need to make $15,000 to get a payout? No. All right. The unlocked weekly payouts are right here, right? And they explain it, in my opinion, very reasonable. All right, you can start withdrawing profits once you get to the $1,250, so $1,250 in profits. And what they want to do is they want to see you be consistent. So they don't want you just to YOLO it all in one trade, right? Because that doesn't really prove anything. Maybe you just got lucky. All right, versus with this, they're asking you to have 5 days where you just make $250. All right, that can be over the course of 6 months. It doesn't need to be 5 days in a row. And that's when you can start withdrawing those profits. Now, the max profits on this account, this is your starter account, that's not like capped for life, is $15,000. Once you hit that, it's not like you're going to be punished. They're going to say, hey, congratulations. Let's talk about getting you a bigger account and what that looks like. So they'll reach out to you as well. Some other great benefits out there. Jax answered it for me. Is can you trade pre-market? You can. You can actually start trading at 4 a.m. Eastern. So as soon as pre-market opens, you trade 4 a.m. Eastern until 4 p.m. There are no swing trades, day trading accounts. And yeah, I mean, look, I'll be honest. Trade Funder, like any broker, sometimes there's just glitches. Nothing is perfect. If you're looking for a perfect solution, probably don't trade. That's my opinion for you. If you're looking for a really good solution that if you think is going to benefit you, I think it's going to benefit a lot of people. Yeah, go over there, click that link, sign up. It's just $800 and you get that account. And it's not even like you're buying anything. You're basically just funding that account. I haven't said this in a couple of weeks, but I will tell you exactly what I would do. I'd fund the accounts. I'd follow the rules. I'd make my $1,250, and then I'd withdraw my $800 because then guess what? I have an account that is all house's money. Right? I don't have to worry and stress. I got my $800 back. I can then keep being a good trader. Okay. No Shame says, does PDT apply to Trade Funder? No, and that is actually probably the second best advantage. You can just be a trader if you want. I don't usually recommend, but if you want to trade 500 times in a day, you certainly can do so. Go ahead and do that. Angela says, is it available in Europe? I know it's available a couple of different places. I don't know the list off the top of my head. Here's what I tell you to do. Click the link. You click the link, right? At that point, see if it lets you sign up. I do know it's available, especially for Americans, which is very exciting because this was not available to Americans. The style just wasn't, period. Someone says, I'm Canadian. Can I apply? I think so. Don't take my word for it. Again, I'm not from Canada. I live in Texas. Go click the link and see. I'll drop it one more time for everybody. I know I've dropped it a couple. That is your homework. We're done for the day. Nailed Open, nailed LAC, nailed ATCH. Maybe you got all of them. If you didn't, Trade Funder helps you get all of them. Maybe you got one. Maybe you got a piece of it. Either way, it was a good day. That's all I got to say. Bryce, any last words?
I just keep making my camera worse. Keep trying to get the smudge out of the way, but oh my gosh, I like that. It's retro.
he's like in the 2000s. He put some Vaseline on his, to get some cool photos.
Matt, take a picture of
me. Take your shirt off. I'm just kidding. That's all, folks. The R-rated version will continue later. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, Wig Tickler, get your wife on tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Peace, everybody. We'll see you then.